Are you feeling like you are posting videos and the videos are just going into this complete void? We're going to be changing that today in this live masterclass, because I know that at the end of the day, what you really want is you want to get a little bit more people into your funnels, right? It's not always about like getting all the views in the world. It's not always about trying to get monetized all the time, but it is important to get these views so that you can start getting more people into those funnels. And I'm going to really help you really understand how to make that happen through these 6 hidden ways. Okay. Now, these ways are not going to add more time to your schedule. They are not going to make you create more content, right? Like that's the thing that like we just don't want to do, right? You're probably already creating a crap ton of comments, not comments, a crap ton of content, and I'm not here to add that to your plate, okay? And all of these tips that I'm going to give you today are not going to require you to do more editing or hire a video editor. Okay. So if that sounds really, really good to you, I want to see some movement in these comments. Okay. Let me know if you are going to be using these tips for your business. Let me know in the chat what is going to be your, like, what is your channel? What is your channel about? What is your biggest struggle up on YouTube? And hopefully throughout this live training, it's going to be solved. That's going to be my help. Now, like I said before, this is all about how to get more views on YouTube. I'm going to give you 6 hidden ways that a lot of like newbie YouTube channels that are being ran for like business don't typically do. And so I really want to make sure that you have this information, that it is fully accessible to you. Now, if you don't really know who I am, let's get acquainted. Okay. My name is Jamar Diggs. I am a YouTube strategist and I help business owners launch or revive their YouTube channel so that they can really sell their expertise and their offers with these low lift video strategies. Okay. And so I come from a corporate marketing background where I worked in like large marketing departments like homes.com and front.com. And I really did help them help my clients build an audience of overflowing and repeat buyers who turn into these lifetime advocates, all from YouTube and this video marketing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this, because I know that there are some of you who are very new to my world, and you're probably like, well, why should I trust this person? Well, I have created so many case studies for my past clients, right? All around how can we get more views on YouTube. And so even if you go to my website right now, you'll see these case studies right here, to where they're all in different niches. They're all in different niches, different specialties. They serve different people, and I have helped them all leverage YouTube to increase their views, increase their engagement. Okay, and so if that don't tell you nothing, then honey, I don't know how I can help you. But just so that everyone knows, if you continue to comment in this chat, you're going to be entered into win a free YouTube audit or 50% off the first month of my YouTube membership. If you're new here, it is my YouTube membership that helps business owners launch their YouTube channel in 90 days. Okay. Now, I'm kind of torn because I don't know, because I know I see some people here right now, which I'm so excited about. But I don't know if I'm going to give away 2 or 1 of these. So if you could let me know in the chat which one is the most appealing to you. That's what I would really love to know. Would you like a free YouTube audit, or would you like 50% off the first month of my YouTube membership? I'm really, really interested to know. So just let me know. And I see the comments down right here. So please, keep on commenting, because that's going to be how we know, that's going to be how you enter into this to this entire chance to win. Okay, because I have a whole system set up to where it's going to take the comments and it's going to pick someone randomly. So the more you comment, the more you're going to be able to the more that you're going to be able to enter. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, for those of you who do not know, YouTube is the second largest search engine, and it is owned by the first largest search engine, which is Google. So people are searching on YouTube and Google every single day to find their answers, right? And so that's going to be why it is so important for you to get the more strategic views, okay? And when you get those views, it's going to help you have a lot more better visibility. You're going to have a lot more engagement, and you're going to be able to increase your revenue, right? I teach all about how to increase the revenue and build the funnel and all of that good stuff inside my membership, or even one-to-one. But really the first step is making sure that you have a system in place to get more strategic views, okay? Because the fact of the matter is that we are doing YouTube for our business. We're not trying to be YouTubers, right? We're not trying to get monetized, although that is a great byproduct, right? Our priority is getting clients into our funnel. Okay, getting prospective clients into our funnels, getting more problem-aware people into our ecosystems, okay? Because when you set your attention from the get-go, all this stuff is going to make so much more sense, all right? So when you are a YouTuber, right, when you think about with that YouTuber mindset, and a lot of people have probably already seen this slide so many times, but for the new people, I really like to just kind of get the lay of the land, because if you're trying to be a creator, go ahead and leave the chat now, okay? All right. If you are a YouTuber, your goal is to entertain and keep people on YouTube for as long as possible. So a YouTuber's way of monetizing their channel is by allowing these ads to run on their channel, and then they get a percentage of that ad revenue. Okay. Now, for us, our job is to attract the right people and get them off of YouTube and into our offers. Now, will it happen with just one video? Maybe, maybe not. I have seen times where it does happen like that, but we want to create videos that are moving them through this particular funnel so that they can get as much information as they need. And then when the time is right, they get into our funnel, okay? Because our way of monetizing this channel should be to attract those people, okay? So that we can get them into our funnels. Now, let's go ahead into the first way that you're going to be able to get some views today. Well, some more views is by creating playlists. Okay, so when you think about playlists, I want you to think about them as almost like a series of videos or themes across your channel. Okay, so I want you to start creating these theme playlists to group related videos that you have up on your channel right now. I can guarantee you probably have a few videos that go so well together. And if so, why are they not in a playlist, right? Why are we not sending that playlist to people? Why are we not optimizing that playlist to be found in search? Right? Because if these videos go so well together, then we should be getting people up on this binge cycle, this binge spiral, so that they can get to the funnel faster. That is how I want everything to be. Okay. Now, whenever we're thinking about these playlists, it's going to also, like I said before, it's going to put them into that binge cycle. So it's going to encourage viewers to watch more of your videos. Okay. And it's going to improve your watch time and your session duration, right? So all of this stuff is just great social signals that we are sending to the YouTube algorithm to recommend our videos to more people. Okay. And then, like I said before, it's also increasing the visibility, right? Because these playlists can also appear in search. So you're going to want to make sure that you are creating a keyword rich playlist name and creating a really solid description in there. Now, I have a few examples for you because I think that this is going to be really helpful. So when we are thinking about creating playlists. Like, so this is what I did with one of my clients, Jermine. So she's one of my one-to-one clients, and she's a nonprofit accountant, right? And she owns a firm that only works with nonprofits. And what you can see is how we have grouped all of her videos by different things, right? So we have nonprofit accounting tips. We have donor and grant management in nonprofit accounting, outsource versus in-house, okay? Accounting software comparisons, okay? And so you see how we can kind of put those together, right? We also have QuickBooks setup. QuickBooks setup for nonprofit accounting. So these are all great ways for people to experience the binge. That's what we want. We want them to experience the binge, okay? Because this is going to be so much easier. And we want to create these playlists because it's going to help us with another hidden tip in the future. But I want us to all get on the same page whenever it comes to this. All right. Now, I have another example with another one-to-one client that I have. Her name is Laura. She's so awesome. She is a career change coach. And so she's not like the typical like job hunting career coach where she looks over your resume and stuff. No, these people want to change career paths completely to something that is making them feel really much more fulfilled. And so as you can see here, we have different types of playlists here, right? Personal growth and career change, dealing with career change, fear and anxiety, right? Career change and money. Okay, we have all of these different playlists around these different kind of components that help revolve around their ideal clients' problems or pain points or challenges, however way you want to say it. Okay, because at the end of the day, this type of hidden gem, like, you're kind of creating your own little mini funnel that you want people to go down through, right? And that's like how we want people to experience our channel. We want to make sure that they are experiencing our content in a way that makes the most sense for their thought process, right? And so, yes, they can choose to experience our content in whatever way by just going to the video section of it. But if you have these playlists available, and if they're searching for certain things and this playlist pops up in search, all these videos are amazing assets that's going to help them get into your funnel a lot more faster. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are adding in those playlists onto your channel. So as we're as we were talking about this right now, what playlist can you add to your channel today? Have you been thinking about what kind of groupings can you make today? Let me know in the comments what that looks like. And I know that we have a little bit of a delay, so I'm just going to keep on going, but please let me know, like, what does that look like in the chat? Moving on to the next one, which is using cards. So this is something that people, I think they take it for granted because they don't understand, like, why should we use it? Or I don't know if they may not think that they click on these things, so maybe no one else does. But I can tell you right now that if you just give it a chance, if you just give it a chance, it's going to work out so well for you, because these cards, right, are going to be linked to different videos for you. They're going to be linked to some videos, and they're going to be shown to people in different ways. I'm going to talk more about that. But when you use cards, there's going to be a little eye in the top right hand of your video. Another way to kind of utilize cards too is by mentioning your videos. All right, so if you have say that you're talking about a certain topic and one of the points revolve around something else that you may have done a video on previously, talk about that video that you did. Tell them to click the link in the video description, or you have a card linked up top that's going to take them to that video, right? And so it's going to allow your videos to become even more interconnected, right? And it's going to keep viewers engage with your channel. Okay, this is going to be like, this is one of the easiest things that you could do whenever you are creating a lot of videos. A lot of times, my clients end up creating so many videos, and then I have one client. She's a fertility coach and dietitian, and she has created so many videos that now she just is, I call her like the linking queen, because she'll serve it up and then she'll say, watch this video for more details about X, Y, and Z. And then in 30 more seconds, she has another video for them to watch. And you'll start seeing how it becomes so much easier for you to kind of start linking to other videos, like mentioning them in your other videos, and then adding those links as cards and as links into your video descriptions, so that people can start digging deeper into what they want to know. Okay. Profi says, I need to use this inside the video. I do it at the end, but not inside. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go over to the next point here. So I wanted to show you just a little bit of an example of like how this will look, in case you're not sure like exactly what a card is. So when you go into your YouTube studio and you are editing a video, or if you are uploading one, in the bottom right side, you're going to have these visibility settings right here. And what's going to happen is you should see the cards option. You're going to click on that, and then it's going to take you to what you see up on the right side of the screen, and you're going to be able to just drag this cursor over and then start adding cards, just adding moments that you want to add, either a playlist link or a video link in wherever place that you want it to go. As you can see, I have a few. I go ham a little bit sometimes, but I believe that you can almost add as many as you want. I mean, don't go overboard. Like maybe like 2 or 3 would be just fine. Now, the next type of hidden gem that I want you to think about. So this is probably like the only one that has you happen to like make something new. Well, not something new, but you're probably already thinking about it already. So is to find ways to interconnect your videos as a series. Okay, so develop some type of like multi-part content around a central theme, right? So if I wanted to make a series, I could have probably done a series on how to get views on YouTube, right? Or how to get your first 1,000 subscribers, or how to get your first 100 email subscribers through YouTube, right? And it would be a whole like series of videos to help people with that with that goal or that challenge, right? So think about it in your own perspective. Like, what can you do? Okay, a few things that this does is that it helps people coming back, right? It builds that anticipation for upcoming videos. Okay. And then it also encourages your subscribers to come back, especially if they're watching it in the moment, right? And it's going to also help you improve that viewer retention and that channel loyalty, which is, again, these little social signals that YouTube is sending out to people. Okay. So, pro tip, be sure to mention these series, right? So you have to make sure that you are teasing them in the episode, right? So I like to do it maybe at the very beginning and the very end of the video, right? So if I am talking about if I'm introducing my video with that hit intro that I teach, then I would say, this is like video 2 of the blank part video series all about X, Y, and Z. If you haven't watched the other videos about that, go ahead and click the link in the video description to the playlist for that series, or I'll link it into the card. You see how easy that was? That just rolled off the tongue for me. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can easily just tease that. Okay. And then near the end, you can tease the next video in the series and when that's going to come up. Okay. So that's just a really, really good idea about how to create some type of series around your content. Just making it very, very easy for you to rack up those views of the right person, right? So we want this series to be for your ideal clients. We don't just want it to be just some random topic, right? Like I could do a series on how to get more views with YouTube videos, but is that really the challenge that it's going to make someone the best client for me, right? So think about what is going to be the best series of videos that you could really do that really align with the challenges that your ideal clients have. Okay. Now, as we are thinking through this right now, let me know, what series could you start on your channel right now? Let me know in the chat. I want to know. And right now, I'm going to take a little pause and I'm going to look at this chat and see what we have here. People are saying that they like the audit, membership. Well, we have like a few people up here. So I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go to live chat and see. Audit, membership. Okay, cool. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Hello, everyone that is here. All right. Next thing that I want us to hit on is really tackling the channel homepage. This is probably one of the underutilized things, because I feel like we probably make the videos and then we're like, oh, please just someone watch it. But again, let's take some type of experience driven kind of like perspective when it comes to your channel homepage. How can we take charge of how someone starts engaging with our channel? And that's with the homepage. Okay, so with this homepage, you're going to be able to easily organize these videos into sections so that people can easily navigate your channel. They'll know what is the first things that they should probably start watching. Okay, because keep in mind, over time you're going to have so many videos. Do you really want someone to just go to your video section, just find your most recent video? Like, how can we get them to watch the best videos, right? That make the most sense, that really tell the story, that really help them through what they're going through. Okay, so again, this helps you highlight your most popular content or your best content. And then at the top, where people have a trailer, you can either have a really compelling trailer there, or you could choose a video that has added the most people into your funnel. So over time, you're going to be able to see like how many people have gone into your email list, your email funnels from this particular video. If you don't know how to do that, we talk about that inside the Low Lift Club, but you're able to really see that data. Now, I have a few examples that I want to share with y'all. And so first things first is me. First things first is me. And I want you to see how I'm able to I'm able to organize my videos, right? And so because, in the Low Lift Club, we are doing a YouTube live challenge. Surprise, surprise. You can thank the membership for making me go on to live every week because now I have a whole section on my homepage for upcoming live streams. And I didn't have to build this. This is already built inside of YouTube. All I had to do was just select it. And so you'll just easily just customize your homepage you can do this two ways, by just going to your channel homepage, and then underneath your profile, you'll see something that says customize channel, or you can go into the YouTube Studio, and in that sub menu, you'll see customize channel, and then you'll see where you're going to be able to customize your channel home section. And these are just And what you see here, these are just sections that you can add. Okay, these are just sections that you can just add inside your channel homepage. And so I have the upcoming live streams here. I have another playlist, right? So this one was a playlist that I created. And so this was YouTube growth tips, proven strategies for channel success. Okay. And then and then another one was creating low lift videos, video content for your business. That's another playlist that I had created. And then another playlist was YouTube analytics and performance tracking, measuring marketing success, right? So these are like my 3 playlists that I decided to add as at the forefront of my channel, along with my upcoming live streams, because I have a lot. I want to make sure that people see those and can get notified whenever they want to join them, right? And so that's just one way for you to organize your channel homepage. Okay. Oops. Oh, I guess I was the only example. Did I? Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's the easy way for you to do this. This is why it's important to create the playlist that I talked about, because then you're going to be able to easily add a few of them to your homepage, that it really creates a nice experience of like when someone comes to your channel, they see your best work, right? Hello, everyone. So happy to see you here. So taking a quick pause here to see what kind of ideas we would have for a series, creating a social media strategy in different parts. Love that. How to attract local clients on your website. I love that. All kinds of things about email. Well, okay, Miss Vondi, Shannon, you got to get a little bit more specific, but we already know about you. I'm not even gonna hold you. I could do a series on these 2 things: how to use tarot cards or how to transition to a plant-based vegan lifestyle. Oh, I love that one. That'd be a great series. Another one is your online store launch now. What? Oh, I can already see so many types of videos inside that series. Oh yeah, I love this. Okay, let's go ahead and get started to the next one here. So the end screens. Okay, so the end screens here are going to be also important, right? So we talked about the cards, but then at the end of your videos, like the last 5 to 20 seconds of your video, you're going to be able to promote other videos or playlists, or promote your channel, right? So this is going to help you encourage your subscribers and to take some kind of action, okay? And it keeps your viewers to go to another video that you have versus someone else's video. So to show you how this would work, again, it's in the same section in your YouTube, when you're editing a YouTube video. You go to end screen here, and then when end screen pops up, it's going to allow you to do something very similar to how you did with the cards, except it's only going to allow you to add these elements to the last 5 to 20 seconds. And so this is going to be where you can start adding in like your subscribe, your playlist, or your most recent video, anything like that. I have the more traditional way, which is like just like create like a little Canva graphic with a little circle with subscribe, and then I have my editor add that on to the end of the video. But you can, even if you want to get creative with it, and you just want to, at the end of your video, you want to say, watch this video next, and you just point to it, and then you have the end card come up when you go into the end screen section. You can do that too. I'm just so lazy, y'all. I like to keep it very simple. Hello, Whitney. Oh, Whitney is in the chat, honey. Weight loss and fertility. Yes. Okay. So now moving on to the next tip. I think this is the final tip, you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for making it with me for this long and hanging out. This has been so fun. But the next one is doing some YouTube SEO, really taking the time and focusing on the keyword that you want to target, or making sure that you just have a primary keyword in your title somewhere, right? Using and then doing that with your title, your tags, and your video description. Okay, you want to make sure that you are creating these really compelling thumbnails and titles, right? Because that's going to be one of the first things that someone sees. And like your video is competing with other people. And so if your thumbnail and your title is not as appealing, then it may not be chosen for the view, right? For the click. Okay, there is a stat, or there's a metric inside of your YouTube studio for each and every video that is the click-through rate. And that is the rate that out of all of the people who have been served this video, right, through search, homepage, whatever, it's been an impression, right? How many of them have clicked through? What is the percentage of the people that have chosen to click through to watch that video? And for business owners, I like to say that click-through rate percentage should be around a 4 to 5%. Okay, anything higher, it's perfect. It's gold. It's Gucci, right? But if your click-through rate is getting a little bit lower than what you would like, then it may be time to kind of do some testing, some A/B testing on thumbnails or your title, or maybe even adding in a few more keywords into your video description, right? There's a lot of other optimization techniques that I teach inside of the Low Lift Club, or we can talk about one-to-one, but this will get you going. You know what I'm saying? Use a tool like TubeBuddy or vidIQ for keyword research, and you will be well on your way, okay? Now, that is all of the tips, but I have a few resources for you that I think is going to be really helpful as you go throughout this journey of making sure that your YouTube channel is converting into problem-aware clients, okay? And so if you have not launched a channel yet and you want to get started the right way, I have a free 90-minute quick start guide in the video description down below, where you will be able to set up your channel the right way in just 90 minutes of focused work. Now, if you already have a channel and it is not performing in the way that you want, definitely take a look at the other free resources that I have, what is called Check the Post, Revive Your Channel from Ghosted to Growth. It's a 3-part program that's going to help you really figure out why your channel is not performing the way that you would like, and then what do you need to do in order to start receiving the results that you're looking for. Okay. Now, I have some time for some Q&A, so I may answer a few questions, but I also want to go ahead and pick a winner for the prize that I'm giving out.